Okay, let's get into aerodynamic. Grab the static wing, not the static, the one I'm trying to say, the procedural wing parts. And then we're not sticking them on up here. We're sticking them down here. Yeah, right about here. Let's mirror them. Starting out flat. Like that. Yeah, I guess that pretty close. That's good. Okay, now I'm looking at my reference photo. On the shuttle, the wings actually start up here pretty close to right behind the cockpit. Let's see, but I think that if I make my root that big, it'll start to be kind of problematic. Unless, I don't know, can I... Is that showing up? Yeah, see, that's even showing up inside. I wonder, can I get away with, can I set this up another notch up? That's ugly. It's better in there. Yeah, we can't make it that big. That's just not going to work. But really, the shuttle, it has hardly any wing up there. Let's think on it this way. And we'll stick it here. Yeah, okay, we'll stick it here. We'll do like a smaller, thinner piece leading up to this one. Okay, still, we need to increase that root. And I don't like how we can see that edge of black poking just above. Ooh, this might work. And mount the whole thing further back, about like that. While I'm thinking of it, let's see, I may even be able to get away with going with this other style of procedural wing. Yeah, I think I like that. Center mass, center of lift. Yeah, center of lift still way back there. Let's go to my my conformal RCS tanks. Yeah, these guys we used before, because it's a really good solution for this particular problem. How to do the RCS and blend it with this wing, because it'll fill in this ugly gap to an extent, and also gives us a healthy RCS supply. Here, let's try and attach it to this thing. I'm going to put it down here like that. Yeah, that'll work. Help fill in that gap, make it look less ugly. I'm always happy when my airplanes look less ugly rather than more. Good. Now we have an RCS supply. Good. Happy about that. Okay, and now the wings need to come out just a little bit more. Not a whole lot. This is going to be a fairly stubby winged bird, you know? Okay, so yeah, let me see the picture I'm referencing. I'm looking at a picture of how the actual wings are shaped. It comes back here. Actually, that needs to blend in more. I mean, the leading edge will be a fairly straight line. It's got a little bit of curve right there. And it comes back about maybe a little bit further. Yeah, about that far. Take a look. Center mass, center lift, still very good. Here, let's also take a look. Let's get some control surfaces on there. Oh wow, that's huge. Huge! Absolutely freaking ginormous. Making cool rumbly, fire burning noises. I don't like that. Let's go in here. Let's take a look at these others. 2 meter control surface large. Oh, these may work better for my purposes. Oh, I didn't realize that I still have like this. It's angling down. I need to take this part and angle it upwards. Now let's take this, attach that, give it one click that way. That's not working so hot, is it? Okay, that's starting to look a little bit better. Okay, another procedural wing piece. Now this will angle back fairly sharply. We're almost done with the wings. Oh, I've been noticing this bug that the first time you stick it on, it doesn't match the shape. You have to hit it again. It's starting to look pretty close, isn't it? Yeah, about like that. Here, let's adjust this just to make it kind of blend some. Yeah, that looks like that works, doesn't it? Still, I don't know. I think I'm making the wings a little bit too stubby still. Here, let's pull it out just a little bit. Okay, let's set this up. Let's see. Let's do a sweep and angle of attack. And just for fun, let's sweep and mock. Oop, okay, yeah, it's giving me some weird numbers here. I think the graph just wasn't cooperating, but we can make it work. Okay, so first off, which one is this? Okay, that's our rudder. So we'll give that one 30 degrees deflection. 2 meter, yeah, this is our air brakes. Boom. So we're going to give those a whopping 60 degrees deflection. Watch, it'll give me, warning, it'll exceed the stall angle. May stall during flight. Thank you, that's what I want it to do. Okay, 1 meter control surface. These are my ailerons. I want them to do roll. Okay, let's do 45. That seems large, but maybe it'll work. And standard control surface. These are kind of elevons. They're elevators and ailerons. I don't believe this number. Something went wrong. Here, let's give it a 45. Good. Okay, we'll see, which one do I want to tackle first? Let's take a look at landing gear. So where's our center of mass? Center mass is right there. Good. Okay, now, so let's take a look at, we got mediums up there. We'll go with large. Our large already retracted. Good. I'm thinking that maybe I can get away with just sticking them up top like this. No, actually here we need to go inside. Stick them on here like this. Turn them like that. See how that works. Looks like they'll probably be too far back. About like that. Okay. That looks closer to acceptable, and it's it's angled, pigeon-toed. That is unacceptable. Yes, I know the real shuttles gear doesn't protrude out the front of the wing or extend out the bottom like this. But, you know, there are sacrifices that have to be made for functionality in order to make this thing work in the game. Okay, let's save it. I want to launch and just look at the way it sits on the landing gear. At this point, make certain that I haven't screwed that up. Yeah, let me see. Saved it. Let's launch it. Yep, here it is. Oh, that's interesting. This is where my engineer Watson is supposed to have its options, but it doesn't. Yeah, that is bugged out. I wonder why. Okay, landing gear. That's right. We have to wait for it to cycle once. And hit landing gear again. Oh, don't be hopping and bouncing. Okay, yeah, that's tall enough. That'll definitely be able to land without dragging an engine on the ground. Let's open up a... There we go. Okay. Yeah, that works. And it doesn't look too bad having this whole part back here be black. You know, it looks like it could work. It could be the way it's supposed to. And let me see if you hit the brakes. Check this out. Check out the mirror brakes. Boom. Ain't that just the niftiest thing ever? Yeah, okay. And let me see. Make sure this is working correctly. This is not working correctly. Why is this part moving? It's not supposed to move when I roll. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I shut things down and turn them back off. And I looked at it. You know what I just did? I just fixed that. I had this set to the wrong thing. The reason I was rolling is because I'd clicked the wrong thing. I've noticed one thing about working with FAR. If you give it, it gives you a weird number for the maximum surface deflection of a control surface. Then if you launch the vehicle and go back into the spaceplane hangar and run it again, then it gives you a smaller value. I'm not certain why it does that. Okay, the 1 meter control surface. These, yes, I do want these to roll. And I knew that one number was too big before. Here we go. The standard control surface. Pitch and roll. Yeah, there we go. Or actually, no, wait a second. I did this backwards. No, I want these to be just pitch. Yeah, just pitch. Oop, forgot to update it. There we go. And these guys, I want these to be pitch and roll. Okay, that should make more sense. Okay, that's all looking very nice. I believe this is going to be a functional glider. Okay, one thing that we're still missing is I need a internal fuel supply for the OMS engines. So let's get that set up. I believe we're going to use some of these really skinny little fuel parts that we had before. Actually, I think I'm probably going to use these guys. The stretchable fuel tanks. Yeah, these. Let me see, are these the little... Yeah, the little half-size what's-its. Is that completely buried inside the wing? I believe it is. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, let's do... we need a fuel line. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, just like that. I think those need strutted anywhere. Let's hang a couple struts on them just in case, because when in doubt, strut it, right? Things in Kerbal Space Program just seem to work better in general when they're strutted as opposed to when they are not. Okay, so we have this cockpit piece that has some built-in RCS ports already. We need to hang some more. So we have the RCS in front. Now we need more RCS in back, like these guys. Maybe I can hang them up here like this. I think I like this idea. Okay, save that. Now let's start thinking about hanging an external fuel tank on this beast, right? Radial decoupler, what's it? Like that. Yeah, now we have these procedural fuel tanks. check this thing out, huh? There we go. And let's grow it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's go ahead and stick a fuel line on there. Your fuel line, here boy. There you are, good. Good. Actually, I need to think about how am I going to set this up to be certain that it drains the fuel out of this and not out of the internal fuel supply. That's always the problem. I wish so much I could just set these things to a hotkey. That would solve so many of life's issues for me. That would be so nice. How am I going to do this? Okay, I think I've got a simpler idea of how to handle this. Let me see, I'm going to take this piece here, and we're going to feed this directly from external fuel tank and into my engine adapter holder thingy. Like that. Good. And now we're going to take this connection off of my internal fuel tanks. And actually I want these to feed into this forward fuselage piece. Forward of the engine adapter. There, so... yeah, so the external fuel tank be delivering fuel directly into this piece, and the engines are taking their fuel directly from this piece. So it'll take it all out of there first before it messes with this other one. Yeah, I think I like this idea. Okay, now let's get back into this. Interesting that that doesn't change. My engineer, what's it appears to be confused. Show all stages, thank you. Because it's keeping, it's not changing my delta V or anything else. Oh, it's not reading. Yeah, it's not reading this at all. Let's try something. If I save this, if I exit out of here and get back into it. Oh, game, don't crash. Please don't crash. I forgot to shut off fraps before exiting out. I bet it's going to crash any second. Yep, there's the crash. All right, we'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. It crashed. We came back. Yeah, I'm looking at... You know what I think the whole problem was? I just didn't fix the staging. Now, here we go. Delta V, 3,036 meters per second. Thrust to weight ratio. Oh, that's pretty ginormously huge, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. Except... yeah, so the grand total Delta V, 3,000. It's... wow, look at that. Thrust weight... we still do have just... we're using just the default thrust on this, right? Field mass... yeah, thrust is down at the minimum, down at the original setting. Wow. But then we're also going to be putting a heavy payload into this thing. Yeah, okay, so the whole thing just under 4,000. Yeah, 4,000, and the thrust-to-weight ratio, too. Man, the thing doesn't even need solid rocket boosters. It just lifts by itself just fine. However, this is before we load any kind of a heavy cargo inside the thing, but I don't know, it's still, it doesn't have the capability of lifting a, like a really large cargo. That's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Do I want to, say, like, downscale this main engine? Maybe? I mean, I do have these tweakable parameters. I may be able to, I could go in there and, you see that we've already got this as little as it's going to go. No, I think, well, the whole point of this vehicle is to look very space shuttle-like. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be efficient in a traditional Kerbal Space Program way. Let's go with this one. Doesn't have to be mathematically efficient, you know? Good. Yeah, I think that works. Let's take a look. Center of mass is right here, or center of thrust. Oops, that's center lift. Center of thrust. Oh, it's pretty far off. I need to move this thing even further forward. Okay, that's as far forward as it can go, where it's still attached to the fuselage and not to landing gear. Okay, well, we'll hope that this thing, it'll gimbal. It'll gimbal a lot. Hopefully it'll gimbal enough. Okay, yeah, that's working. It's too bad that the procedural fuel tank, as nifty as the procedural fuel tanks are, it's too bad it isn't in, you know, Space Shuttle external fuel tank orange. I would greatly prefer that if it were. But then as this burns, okay, well, thinking on it, as it burns fuel, the center of mass is going to come it's going to move this direction. And also we're going to hang some heavy solid rocket boosters on this thing too. Yeah, I bet you it'll work out. It'll work out. Now let's do some solid rocket boosters. Oops, hang on. Move that up there. Good. And we have, yeah, these Dynamics SRBs. I forget what they're actually called. I want the one with a 100-second constant. Yeah, burn for 100 seconds at a constant rate. That's what I want. I know the dimensions don't work out perfectly, but, you know, I bet you this will be close enough for our purposes. And we can pretty much ignore the engineer after this point, since he doesn't know how to read those solid rocket boosters. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Lots and lots of struts. Enough struts to make a guy happy. Looking kind of space shuttle-like. I mean, I know a bunch of the dimensions aren't exactly correct. I'd really want these solid rocket boosters to be fatter. But you know, it's working. It's coming pretty close. Previous experience tells me this thing is going to be all wobbly. Do I want to try and... tell you what, let's fit some more of these launch stabilizers up on to the orbiter itself. Or I wonder if I could get away with just like sticking them up here. Nah, probably not. Here, yeah, let's stick with the plan A. Yeah, that's good. That'll work. Okay. Save it. Looks to me like we got a space shuttle working here. What do you think the odds are it's going to work the first time? I don't know. It's not a really great track record, you know? Just do it like that. Save it again, and let's launch it. Here we are. Oh, the engineer's working again. Isn't that nice? So, you know, orbit, the first frontier. This is the maiden voyage of Space Shuttle Orbiter Enterprise. It's ongoing mission to just try to get off the ground without killing Nellorf and Bob Kerman. Okay. I'm kind of nervous. All right, let's precision control is on. SAS is on. Oh, guys, please tell me it's going to work. There's a main ignition start. Throttle up, and there go the boosters. Oh, pitch back, pitch back, pitch back. Oh, my God. Let's get rid of that. Oh, there's a parachute. Oh, Nellorf, no, Bob, no. Oh, wait a second. Come on. Dude, they're going to survive. I mean, the vehicle's a loss. Yeah, Nellorf, he's going to shell shock. Bob is smiling. I mean, he stopped as soon as I started talking about him, but for a minute there, Bob was smiling. He was enjoying it. Nellarf is like, man, we survived that, man. Boom! Stuff's still blown up. Yeah, okay, maybe the vehicle still has some issues, but we're getting there. It's a work in progress. Anyway, I'm gonna stop recording for a little bit. We'll come back. We'll work on this some more later. Bye.